What is going on, boys? Welcome to today's trade recap. Today is January 12th, 2026. I took one trade today. It was a break even. I ended up taking shorts even though we were in a bullish market, and I had a bearish bias coming into this morning, and I'll explain why in a second. So coming into this morning, we had a few things to look at. Okay. Oh my God, my computer's super laggy for some reason. So we had previous week high right here and previous day high as a draw, just in case we ended up flipping bias. However, the reason why I was leaning just a little bit more bearish was because we came and we inversed this 4-hour gap, creating 4-hour BPR, and we also had this giant 4-hour bearish gap as well. Okay. Dropping down to the 1-hour chart, we had this hourly gap right here that I wanted to see price manipulate into at market open and then see a rejection out of. And then inside of that hourly gap, along with the 4-hour gap, there was a 15-minute unfilled right here as well. So I wanted to see manipulation right at market open and then try to catch shorts down towards all this LR right here, possibly even here. However, we did have a previous day low SMT. Okay, so with that being said, if market did something like this right at open, where if we opened and we left all this LR right here as well, that was another reason why I wanted to see manipulation higher at open, was because I was a little bit bearish. So I wanted to see this LR get took out along with that hourly gap, that 15-minute gap, London high, or sorry, Asia highs, so on and so forth, right? So if I was going to take longs at open, I wanted to see price manipulate lower somewhere in this general area. This is where equilibrium was resting. Here we go, right here. Oh, fuck. I don't know why. My computer is so laggy. That's so annoying. But here is equilibrium resting right here, right? So at this point in time, if we have stuff like this and there's no unfilled gaps, I want to see intermediate lows get swept at or near equilibrium. So right here, we had intermediate lows right here. We had intermediate lows right here. And possibly SMTs created off those lows. And if we could have got that, then I could have went long, whatever, right? But as we got a market open, just bullish fucking dick to the upside, right? This was like a 100-point candle right at market open on a no news Monday, CPI and PPI Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So it was pretty good. We had honestly pretty good price action today. We ended up ripping up towards this more discounted hourly, and then there was a 15-minute and 5-minute in here as well. Now, after this 5-minute got hit, I was like, cool. I don't mind taking a short down towards this unfilled 15-minute that then got created on the way up. Whatever. But before that happened, right, we ended up getting a long towards these general areas of price anyway, right? So we have this unfilled hourly right here. We have stacked LR to the left, unfilled 15-minute, unfilled 5-minute. Okay, what do we end up getting? We get a tap into this 5-minute bullish fair value gap right here. Now, I faded this, and I'll tell you why in a second. We got to tap into this, and then we got a 2-minute inversion out of it. Okay, enter off the 2-minute. Now, this didn't look too bad. Stops at the lows. And then your TP could have been all the way up towards like this discounted 5-minute. You could have either went break even at this internal high, at this hourly gap, wherever you wanted to go break even at was perfectly fine. It ended up hitting in about a minute and a half. You would have entered, and literally the very next candle you would have been break even. And then so yeah, this was about like a minute and a half trade. Looks super clean, 51-point take profit, 35-point stop loss. The only reason I faded it was just a little bit too premium for me. If I wanted to see a continuation model, when price looks like this and we're super fucking bullish and we're not really getting a deep retrace and we're just getting like a minor tap into this, I then scale down to like the 3-minute and then try to find 3-minute for value gaps that can act as 5 minutes. Okay, so we also had this 3-minute right here as well, that if we come to the 2-minute, I wanted to see price come down and tap into, and then I would have been okay long. So just another like 15 or 16 more points, and then at that point in time, we would have been like at or near actually equilibrium of this range. Yeah, so we would have been pretty much near it. This is still pretty, what's it called? It's the other word for not discounted, but premium. This was still pretty premium for me, so I just ended up fading it. At this point in time, I was like, okay, if we can get this 5-minute inversion right here, I'll go ahead and take this short, this little mech down towards this unfilled 15-minute, possibly even this 3-minute, whatever the case may be, right? We didn't end up getting the closure, right? Here is the candle. We kind of edged it. What ends up happening? Kind of just chop around, all right? Come down to the 1-minute, and this is why I like this short, okay? We ended up respecting that 5 minute, which was perfect, but we left all this LR. So if we inverse that 5 minute, I was kind of hesitant to enter off of it because we had all this LR above right here. However, we ended up getting a nice short play out because we had all this now sell side LR building up. We reswept this high, ended up creating an SMT with ES. Here is ES over here, right? Didn't take out this high. Okay, and then we got a nice 2 minute inversion to the downside. I was hoping it entered, or we got the inversion off of this candle right here, right after the sweep. Didn't end up getting it, kind of edged it, and then we just got this Drake to the downside. Oh, excuse me. There's that Drake. We then ended up going break even once ES took out this 30 minute fair value gap. So we had a 30 minute fair value gap resting right here. Okay, and 30 minutes have been like typically in the past they have like been pretty irrelevant. It was more so like the 5-15 minute hourly I was more focused on. The 15 minutes have been getting respected a lot recently, a lot. They've been getting hit in or tapped into, and we've actually been leaving those 15 minute and 5 minute gaps. I know higher time frame hold higher power, but typically the 30 minute is kind of irrelevant. However, past couple weeks, past couple months, or just past month, I would say, the 30 minutes have been getting respected. So once ES hit that 30 minute gap, I then moved my stops to break even, pretty much got stopped out almost immediately. And then we ended up running down towards TP1, which would have been TP1. TP2 was all the way down here towards this 50 minute. NQ ended up hitting TP1 after I already got stopped out at break even. So break even day, made $12 on my top sub accounts. I actually re-entered on my evals just towards this 30 minute, and I ended up making almost $4,000. But that's just the eval play. Okay, so it is what it is. If you guys want to see my top step, here it is. I made a whopping $12 today. Let's freaking go. So pretty much overall just a break even day. And yeah, fresh set of evals on Lucid. And yeah, other than that, we ended up just reversing and not really much going on. It wasn't really a continuation out of that 30 minute. It just kind of chopped up, and then we kind of just left this entire area of liquidity right here. So that was all for today. Those were the only really 2 trades I seen that long that was just a little bit too premium for me. And then the mech model did look pretty good. We got the internal SMT inside that fair value gap, resweep of all those fair value gaps as well. Internal high 2 minute version. So yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in the description. And if you want to up your allocation, use code LoeGpa on Lucid Trades. Link is in the description for that as well. You get 35% off a 25k and 30k account, 30% off everything else. So if you guys enjoyed this trade recap, and I will catch y'all boys later today for a YouTube video.